What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. The S&P actually opens up in 9 minutes from the time of recording this video, which means we'll finally see the general direction that the market wants to move to. We're at a critical line within the S&P 500 that if we actually end up breaking through this major support at 3,600 points, there's a very big chance we're going to continue to scale lower and probably hit a what would be considered a crash in the S&P 500 of a 30% or more drop. Now, I like to think that it's unlikely because we've pretty much bottomed out, not only on the daily charts, but on the weekly charts for the S&P 500. You can see what could be a double bottom formation. We pretty much corrected and dumped below moving averages, which doesn't usually happen that often. And you can see within the previous time that we had a major dump, we didn't really fall that much lower too, and we're already starting to pull back down. So I'm hoping this is the lowest point, but nobody knows for sure until we get that confirmation. But on the daily charts too, we are retesting this bottom support here. We're hoping that because we're oversold, that the markets are able to adjust and start to swing back up. We already know that we're raising our basis points for the federal fund rate higher, and hopefully this will help curb inflation, and then we'll start to see prices lift up. Now, there's a chance we're not going to see these prices lift up until we get some consecutive lower inflation levels. We'll definitely see a pump once we get the June inflation numbers here, and if it's lower than 8.6%, we'll probably see a rise, but I'm hoping it happens sooner than later. I don't know. You know, at least until then, hopefully we could just consolidate it in here. That would be the ideal scenario, then wait for that instead of just continuously dumping lower. Now, the only reason I think more so that we might actually start to see prices rise is because of these cryptocurrencies. Now, after seeing a major dump and a major correction with the market, seeing prices fall from like 38 cents all the way down to 30 cents here, which is a very big, you know, nosedive, considering that we're already at 30. There's not much lower we can go. This, you know, equates to a 26% drop on XRP here. Hopefully that we can call this, hey, this is the bottom for right now, and hopefully we can consolidate out of it. You can see after falling this low, 26%, we've started to consolidate here and trade sideways, and I'm hoping that the certainty allows us to retest this resistance here and start to swing up higher. You can already see today we're starting to break outside this major resistance. Now, I don't want to confirm it just yet. I'll confirm it once we confirm breaking about 38 cents. As in the past, we have trended above this resistance before. So that's why I want to play it a little more on the conservative side. As you guys know, we have to be a little bit more you know, on the defensive side of things, because these markets typically tend to keep dumping lower. I don't think we're out of the bear market just yet. We could see a relief rally and continue to play out, but I don't think we're out of this, you know, bear market just yet. The other cryptocurrencies too, like Ethereum and Bitcoin, look to be reacting nicely to these support levels that they're finding, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this helps us swing up higher. With that being said, guys, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. Super quick, guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, just want to let you guys know I did drop a new video yesterday, had some issues uploading it, but it is up now, in regards to the Fed-induced recession and the inventory bubble that just popped, which means things are going to be going on crazy sales soon in big retailers like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Kohl's, things of that nature. So definitely make sure to check this video out here, show some love. We just broke 500 subs on our way to 1,000. Definitely make sure to check that out. But to dive into the technical analysis here, you can see a quick refresh shows that we're still kind of trending upwards here, and prices are still starting to react nicely off what could be a bottom here and starting to reverse upwards. Most of the cryptos are at least reacting nicely to their bottom. We're not seeing double-digit, you know, swings to the upside yet, but we are reacting nicely, and prices are starting to lift up. Now, my biggest worry is that we get rejected off these resistances and continue to dump lower. The only reason I can't, or I'm leaning more towards this is very short term, guys, a short-term bull reaction, is because we bounced off and we rebounded low here. And usually after major dumps in the market, we typically see runs. You can see major dumps. You know, we saw back here, we thought this could have been the end of the of cryptocurrency when we fell from $59,000 all the way down to $29,000. And then right after seeing a major correction and a major sell-off, we kind of bounce off of it. We typically have bounces, major runs to the downside, followed by a run to the upside, major dump to the downside, followed by a correction back up. It happens continuously in the markets here. And this is no surprise, and this is nothing new to the markets happening right now. After these major swings to the downside, we react positively and see a correction, major dump, correction to the upside, major dump, movement back to the upside here. Even in a bear market, it still happens. You can see the bear market started when we retested this in November here. December has been a continued correction even into January, so on and so forth here. But you can see we've been on this correction and this spiraling, staircase downwards here. But even with these major dumps, typically markets react positively short term and see this, reversal here. And that's what we're looking for. And hopefully we could get a trade in. But we have to see how this plays out, especially because Bitcoin is now oversold on the weekly and the daily charts, which is extremely good news that we have, sold off too quickly, and markets should hopefully start to react positively and swing back to the upside here. So we just have to, keep a close eye on these cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is trending inside its descending fractal here in this downtrend. Hopefully we react positively. I don't really want to trade Bitcoin specifically because we're just floating in the middle here. And when we float in the middle, there's not really any good trades to be made. Typically when we hit bottom support or we hit the top resistance, that's when we can adjust and expect to see big volume swings. But typically when we're trading inside the middle here, it's usually just sideways consolidation. So there's a big chance that this could also happen within Bitcoin, or maybe slightly more aggressive and we start to see a swing to the upside here. But to reassure myself that there's a bigger chance that we're going to see runs to the upside is because we have things like Ethereum here, which are bouncing off bottom support. You can see we've used this support in the past here. And because we've reacted so nicely with the support, there's a chance we could correct upwards. That's what we're really looking for. And if that happens, obviously XRP is going to trend outside its descending fractal since we're at the end here. And hopefully we'll start to see some lift off and we'll rise to the upside. I think the S&P is going to have some influence. S&P closes today, opens in 2 minutes today. So we will see how we decide to open, but nothing's for sure. And how we open isn't going to affect the markets in any sense. Let's see how we close at the end of the day today. Will really determine the outlook of cryptocurrencies as well as the S&P 500, because I am telling you guys, the second we get positive inflation levels or to the downside and inflation starts dipping down, we're going to see a very big comeback in the S&P, even during a recession. What's going to happen is the economy is going to enter a recession. But because we've entered a recession and we know it's only up from here, the markets and cryptocurrency are going to react positively. The S&P 500 will, of course, recover much quicker and faster and better than cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency will find a soft landing, a bottom, hopefully, wherever that is, 10K, 20K, maybe it's where we are currently, and we'll start to correct upwards. Maybe we'll get back up to $40,000, but once we're up to there, we'll probably be floating sideways for another year. I don't want to spread FUD, but I'm just referring to what happened in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, when we saw the markets, or let's say 2019 and 2020. 2019, we had major dumps to the downside, 2018, 2019, and then the remainder of 2019 into 2020 was just stagnant and slowly started to come up. So that's what we're looking for, a bottom and then a reversal. So just to reiterate, back in when we had our $20,000 retest here in 2017, you can see we spent all of 2018 and all of 2019, or no, majority of 2018 was correcting. Even 2019 was correcting. But the middle of 2019, we started to see prices float to the upside here, which is definitely huge news. So referencing that, but then you can see the rest of 2019 headed up lower. And then we started to rise up in 2020. So similarly, we have the start, all of 2022 is the start of the downtrend, or the mid of 2021 was the start of this correction downwards. So we'll probably hit a bottom, correct up like this, then come back down, and then eventually towards end of 2023 into 2024, start to see lift off to the upside here. That's what I'm looking for. So I don't think we're in a bull market at any point. I do think we could see a relief rally and swings to the upside, and we're definitely going to hit a bottom soon. And because we're oversold on Bitcoin on the weekly charts here, it's a huge buying opportunity for a potential rebound to the upside. And the same thing applies itself with XRP. I also believe strongly that XRP is going to rebound off this and start to see prices head to the upside soon. We're undervalued. At some point, the markets always come back up to their moving averages. So it is destined to happen, and it is going to happen. You just have to be patient, and then eventually the time will come. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Let's see how the S&P opened. We opened on a positive, as you guys can see. Hopefully, we can continue this run to the upside here. I don't know how big we'll go. There's going to be a small resistance here, but hopefully we can rebound off prices this low and start to trickle upwards. That's the goal, but we'll see how we play out by the end of today's. With that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.